Hello, everyone, and welcome to Podcast Room Brighton, our first episode in our very own studio.
Our very own studio. We did a craziness and we've just randomly built a studio out of nowhere. But here we are. And we are joined by a very, very special guest for the very first episode. He goes by the name of Jason, also known as Brighton Coach.
Hey,
Big man.
I was giving you boys your moment there, just like, being the first ones, giving you a moment just to have it. And I was like, right, where could I step in? And no, thanks for being on. And well done to you boys as well. Fair play to getting us open. It's a good achievement. Great young entrepreneurial ideas, and that's why I wanted to be here today to support you.
Thank you.
So I'm ready for the questions.
Well, let's talk about supporting. I mean, you do a lot of obviously online content, social media stuff. That's obviously what you're known for, including obviously your gym stuff, but we'll get to that. Why do you support as many people as you do? What's your reason for it?
I have a pure passion for it. I've been at rock bottom for a long time in my life, and I know what it's like to be there. And now I've done well for myself, and I just like to give back. And I can understand. I can relate to these people. I see them like with drug issues and mental health issues, and I'm like, oh, fuck, Jesus, I was there. I was there as well. So I feel like me being involved in these people's lives can help them, and it has helped them. You know, I can't help everyone, but I try my best.
When you talk about that kind of rock bottom you hit, not too long ago, I kind of hit a rock bottom myself.
Yeah.
And it's been a bit of a turning point these last 6 months-ish, maybe a bit longer, around that, I'd say, last 6 months. What was your kind of rock bottom like?
Rock bottom was a prison cell. I don't think there's much more rock bottom than that, really, other than death, really, is there? Like you're locked away. I'm locked away in a prison cell. I'm still alive, but there's nothing I can do. The room is smaller than this. And I was sat in there for the next 5 years. But I also went through the mental health game, if that's what you want to call it. I came in and went out the other side, and it took me a long time. Drug addiction. What else have I been through? God, a steroid addiction, cocaine addiction, mental health. Like it all comes, and I feel like I've come through the other side. I don't know how. I honestly don't know how, but I did. I've done it, and now I get to share my story with the world. And that's what gives me my get up and go every day.
You don't need me to say this, but well done for getting to the other side of it. Because I feel like it is that is a very challenging thing to overcome, which you have done massively. But what was the pivotal moment for you? Was it getting out of jail?
No, the prison made me worse.
Really?
Prison, I wasn't a bad lad when I went in. I just made a mistake. I had a fight at a party, and a boy got hurt. And then the next 15, 16 years of my life was ruined because no one wanted to employ me. No one believed in me. I was known as a thug. I had a criminal record, which is, a GBH of intent, which is one before attempted murder. It's quite bad, considering, in my opinion, I didn't deserve that charge, even when looking back at it now. And it's people don't put faith in someone who's got a criminal record. I think they may do a little bit more now. I think maybe, but back then, if you had a criminal record, you were pushed to one side, really. So then I just turned to drug dealing and everything else that went along the way to survive. And I always looked at it. It was I've done it for survival. If you're not going to employ me, what other options do I have? I'm not going to go and sign on and do live on benefits. That's just never me. I'm a driven person. And regardless of it, I went to sell drugs, and I'd done very well in the drug game because I'm a very driven person. Don't get me wrong, it was wrong, but I'd done what I did to survive. So there's two ways of looking at it. And I think from the outset, when people watch on a drug dealer's life, maybe some of them do it because they, like me, they can't see any escape from it. But there's other people in it just in it and then starting to learn bits and pieces who have got criminal record. I feel like everyone in it is got a little bit of an issue going on at home. Yeah. And I think that's why they're in it. Actually, if you probably gave them a bit of a roadmap and a bit of a plan, they would probably go and sort themselves out. But there's not that many plans out there for,
No, not at all. I think I actually kind of relate a lot to what you were saying in my own journey in life. I've had a few addiction problems myself over the years. So I'm on that kind of recovery journey now myself. And it's quite interesting you talk about that survival mentality. That's something I relate to heavily, is that I didn't even feel like, I don't even know what the right word is, conscious about decisions I was making or whether it's right or wrong. It was purely survival, survival instincts.
I think it's also the people you surround yourself in as well. Yeah. If you surround yourself, I always say this to people, if you surround yourself in everyone who's out there doing gear and doing all the things that were fun at the time, then you're always going to be in that. And until you can remove yourself from that, even if that means you're going to lose friends and thing, and that's also another hard thing that people face. Like, oh, who am I going to hang around with? Trust me, you'll find some better friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Life's too short. Get away from it. Move away from these people who are causing you problems, or causing yourself a problem, really. You're not, they're probably not instigating you as much as what you're instigating yourself, or you're easily led. But the moment I moved away from all that drama, the moment I managed to sort my life out and surround myself in better people, when you become a good person, good people want to surround yourself with you, and it's just a knock-on effect.
Yeah. Was there anyone in your journey in your life who you kind of look at and go, you helped me get to that spot, or did you kind of figure it out yourself?
Wow.
No
Did it on your own?
I've done it all on my own. Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, I did. When I moved to Brighton, I didn't know a single person. So I had no one, not one person I knew here. I didn't have a follower on social media. I didn't know anyone. So so when I started off doing my personal training business, I was literally, if it's all right if you start a personal training business here, you might know a few mates, you might start. I had nobody. So I had to really start from that ground upwards, and I did it. And I just because I was willing to put myself out there, I've always been a relatable person. I can talk, as you can tell. I needed to make it work. There was no other option to me other than to make that business work, or I didn't see a way out. To be honest with you, I thought when I arrived at Brighton and I saw that cliff edge at Saltdean, I honestly thought that was the next go, because it was like when I saw that cliff edge, I've never seen it before in my life. Yeah, the bit of the road.
Yeah,
it's quite a steep cliff, and I thought that's a sight, man. Someone's telling me that's where I'm going next, and I was like, wow. So I need to try and give this a good go. If not, that's where I'm going. I had visions of myself driving the car straight off the edge, just like no foot to accelerator down, straight off the edge. I reckon I at least got 300 meters. 300 meters, I'd have been off.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that was it. That was me on the go.
Well done for overcoming that. That is. I think a lot of, not just men, but I feel like everybody goes through like a real bad mental battle. I mean, all of us sitting in this room obviously have. What advice would you give to someone that's currently in that moment of thinking, maybe not as extreme, but potentially thinking about that? What would you?
Listen, life ain't easy. Life's only getting harder. And that's for everyone. The government are doing whatever they do. I was going to politics, but the government are making life harder, but it's never going to get easier. So unless you act and do something to make it better for yourself, then you're always going to be in that rut. Stop relying or blaming other people for the reason you're suffering the way you are. You need to take action. And whatever that action is, write down a bit of paper. What do I need to achieve? Go and do that 1 week. You might get a setback, but setbacks are normal. Literally there was a thing that happened to me the other day, and even now I get setbacks where this company offered me on a plate, and I said, yeah, let's do it, blah, 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 blah. Next day rang me up and said, oh, sorry, we spoke to our senior management, they don't want to do it. You need to go and do this. It happens. Like it happens to the best of us. But unfortunately, when you're suffering mentally and there is a setback, you take it like it's personal, and it's not personal. Just get on, keep moving forward, deal with the setbacks, and just keep driving and keep going forward, and eventually you'll get there. And it ain't easy.
Every fail is a lesson, man. You have to fail to learn. That's the unfortunate thing about life.
No, that's a good bit of advice. It really is a lesson.
Yeah, and like you said about change, if you don't change, nothing will ever change. If you continuously stay in that bad job, stick around with those bad people, it will always be bad. Yeah,
Do you really know though when you're in it? That's the real question. Do you know?
I didn't, because it was a generational thing where we didn't really talk about it.
Yeah,
I didn't understand about mental health for a long time. I didn't go to the doctors and go, I got mental health and help me. I just suffered in silence, and I was just eating me up. And I was thinking, my voice is in my head, just going, kill yourself, which is mad. And obviously cocaine and everything else that goes with it just did not help the situation. But I didn't really understand what mental health was. I just didn't know. I just carried on going.
Would you say you understand it now?
Oh, big time. Yeah, big time. And a lot of people out there don't understand it. And I get it. If you never had it, why would you understand it? Oh, I don't believe in mental health. We've had it. No. Well, there you go. Yeah. And that's why I think I can always relate to some people who've had it, because I've been there myself. It's almost like when your mum tells you off as a kid for doing something wrong, but she's never done what you did wrong before. So then she can't advise you how to correct it. Yeah, true. And if someone who's not been there before doesn't try to advise you how to get it done, you don't believe in that person. So then you're like, oh, shut up, move out the way. And then one day you meet someone like me who's gone, mate, this is what's going to happen to you if you do this, this, and this. And they're like, hang on a minute, this bloke seems to talk sense.
Yeah.
Jason Frost talking sense.
Yeah.
15
Get him on a boat.
20 years ago. Jesus.
Right, book is the next thing.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of current things that you are up to at the moment, we've seen that you've got a couple of projects going on.
Yeah, obviously I've got a couple of gyms in Brighton. We've done really well there. We've got nearly 500 members now.
Congrats. Wow.
And, you know, we have and that's purely driven by me. I don't have any sales teams. I just have a few coaches who work for me. I think people probably think we have like a call center where people start ringing out marketing teams. I've none of that. It's just me. And that's, and I've tried all the other things and I've tried and failed. It doesn't work. I've had a sales team in before, or a woman, should I say, and a man, and they were sacked within a few days. You know, didn't turn up to work late, didn't care. I thought, oh, wow, this is hard. And I've learned a lot of lessons on my way. What else have I got going on? We've got this like management company that have come on board and will get me like brand partnerships and stuff now. I've realised about monetization on social media, which I'm happy to talk about, which I think is mind blowing. We'll come on to that. I think that's a conversation in itself. And I'm going to expand the gym that I've got. I'm not going to open any more gyms, but I've got a great venue down at Preston Park in Brighton, and it's huge. And people don't realise that I own the whole thing, but I only use one bit of it. So I'm slowly, when the tenants I've got in there have left, because I rented it out, once they've left, just going to gradually work my way along the building. We're going to have the biggest Hyrox facility in there. We've got a big facility anyway, but it's still not perfect in my eyes. It's still better than everyone else.
Hey.
Right.
Yes, now.
And then I'm going to expand on that. And honestly, the pictures is unbelievable. So I'm going to do that like cold plunge saunas. But I fund this all myself. I don't have any bank loans, any debts and stuff like that. So I've one loan in the bank, in the business, and that's it. And, you know, I haven't got, there's like 30 grand left to pay off, and I own both gyms outright, right? Incredible. But the other gyms and stuff, they go and get these 700 grand, you know, loans to go and open these businesses, and then they got to pay it off. It will take you forever and ever and ever, and you'll constantly be stressed. I think my biggest advice on that is start small and then work out that you can actually bring clients in the building. If you go and open a gym for £700,000 and you don't even know how to get people in the door, you're going to sink before you can even swim. So I have always done that. And as soon as I've got the money to go give myself, I'll be working my way across my own building. I can do it whenever I'm ready. I'm in no rush.
So how did that even come about? How did you first think of, okay, yeah, I'm going to open up my own kind of gym?
Well, I was on Hove Lawns. I don't know if anyone remembers that during COVID. Yeah. So I had my bits inside, then we had COVID, and then the COVID was like, right, everyone's allowed to go outside and you can have maximum 4 people around you, or like 2 meter space or whatever it was. And during COVID, I went and bought loads of fitness equipment, loads, right? And I'd like, £8 grand worth of fitness equipment, like 6 assault bikes and like all the bars and stuff. And then the news came out and it was like, look, you can go on, sorry, I didn't say go on Hove Lawns. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, you can go on to Hove Lawns. No, it came out and was like, you could go and like socialise in groups of 4 whatever. So I then went to Hove Lawns and I had all these people spaced out, right? But basically built a gym out there.
Wow.
And no one else had done it. All these gyms out there, no one done it. And I wasn't well known at the point. And then obviously I was the only person on Hove Lawns for, I reckon, at least 2 months, because everyone else is going, oh, he's breaking the law. He's breaking the law. Well, let me tell you now, I wasn't. I had all those police officers over there that kept coming over going, everything all right? I was like, yeah, everyone's spaced out. Don't you worry. Right? And every single person in Brighton nearly knew my name after that, because everyone wanted to train. Everyone wanted to get fit. And I had all these clients that I got outside and the stuff I had before. And then they were like, you're not allowed to do it anymore. Like, shut it down. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. This was in the news, like, 10 weeks later. So I was back inside and I was in this little club that one of my clients owned with the gym I've got in Hove. Mm-hmm. And I was in there and it was such a great building. And I was walking around thinking, this could be a little gym. Like, I've got a bit of money in the bank. This could be a little gym. And every client that came in, because I was just doing one-to-ones now because the rules changed again. I was going, I think this could be a gym. And they're going, no, mate, it's too small. It's too small. Ceiling's too low, mate. And I was going, didn't believe any of them. I had the vision in my head and I was going to do it. So I spoke to the agent, the guy who owned the building. I was like, mate, I want to take this place. Let's be perfect. He went, all right, go on then. Wow. So obviously, but he didn't give me shortcuts. He made me pay the price. So I paid the price on it every month, got it all going, done it all. And do you know what he said to me? He goes, you can start the work you can't start the work until the lease is done. That's what he said.
What?
So in my head, I was thinking, well, I need to get this place sorted. So, and that, by the way, I never got a lease for about a year on that building. Okay, so if I did wait, one day I was in there, I smashed it to pieces. I had literally cables hanging from the ceiling. It honestly looked like something from the Amazon rainforest. It was just, honestly, like, must have been 100 years worth of old cable just hanging from the ceiling.
Oh,
and then I get a phone call from the agent going, are you doing work in that gym? I went, yeah, of course I am, mate. I need to get it ready, you know? And he went, landlord's on his way. How bad is it? I went, really bad.
extremely bad.
Really bad. Mate, he's walked in there, this landlord, and he's aggressive, this man, right? He walks in there and he's like, out.
Oh,
now.
no.
And I'm thinking, no,
Yeah.
surely not.
Yeah.
Surely not. Get out. What are you doing? I told you not to do anything. I was thinking, wow, I've really pissed him off. Like,
Oh my God.
So I thought that was the end of it. And I was like, look, mate, I'm a young businessman. I just want to do this and blah, blah, blah. I just want to get it going. I need to get it up and running. I need to get it open by this date to make it work, or it's not going to work for me. And he must have just looked me in the eye and seen the passion behind it and gone, keep the noise down.
Oh, no.
Let me crack on.
No, it's W landlord.
Yeah,
I was like, oh my God. The blokes, listen, most of these landlords are multi-millionaires.
Yeah.
They don't care about anything. That's it. They don't understand the graph now. They've been there and they've done it. Maybe it wasn't as hard then, I don't know. But something about these older millionaires now in Brighton, they don't care about what we're going through. And it's hard. And I think that's why I like to be different as well. I'm far from a multi-millionaire. I'm not even a millionaire. But I love the passion of it, and that's why I was here for you boys today. Because if I meet the right person, I believe in the product and everything they got, I can see it going the whole way. I have like this weird thing in my head that I can like almost daydream everything that happens, like the stuff that we done earlier.
Yeah.
I can literally like vision it in my head, and I'm like, right, that will work. If we do that, it will go there, and this will go, and it does play out. It's like some kind of weird, I don't know if it's like ADHD or something. It's like hallucinations in my mind, and I'm like, something out of X-Men, and I'm just I'm like,
Clocks into.
Well,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna work. My missus like, how do you know? I'm like, yeah, I've got my hat.
Trust me, I know.
It's happening.
Yeah, got my hat.
The world is ending.
Yeah, it's
Well,
not
you
gonna
have
happen.
to believe in your own thing, man, in order for it to work. If you don't believe in your product and your business and your idea, how is other people going to believe it?
No
So you expressing that passion to the landlord, he must have went, all right, bet, let me see what you can do. And now I bet you're like, wow, look how good it is now.
So we had I had that gym. Remember, everyone told me it was too small.
Yeah.
Everyone told me it wouldn't work. I started off in there with like, for me, it was all about not going back to 1-to-1 coaching. For me, it was all about like 4-to-1 or 5-to-1. So I started doing like 4-to-1, and then I added a few more bits in with the money I got. And then I got then it was like 5-to-1, added a bit more money and 6-to-1. Then I ended up with like 8-to-1. End up with 16-to-1.
Wow.
Right, 16-to-1. And then I was like, tweak the model a little bit. And I was like, right, this is the model. And then I went open another gym, like pure money that I had as well, like pure profit that we had. And was never no bank money again. I went and opened another gym, and the trainers that I had were going to both gyms, and it was all a bit crazy. They're like, well, the stereo system on that one don't work for that one. Like, it's different. So I was getting phone calls, and I was going on there. I was getting stressed because none of them could work anything. So one day when I came back, I was like, right, both gyms have to be exactly the same. The sound systems came out, a new sound system went in, identical. And the air conditioning was exactly the same. The treadmill's the same. Everything worked the same. The workout was the same. Because that morning I just gave them the workout. This is what we're doing today, guys. Then that was it. And once I found that model, I then went off to open like gym 3, gym 4. I've lost a few gyms over the time, which I'm not ashamed to say about. And that wasn't through financial thing. We'll come into that. But that wasn't through financial loss. That was, getting set up with the wrong business partners.
Okay.
But we learned that.
Yeah.
Oh, and then once you mimic your business, and it's probably a bit like podcast room, it's they've figured it out. They know exactly what cameras, what to get, etc., and it works.
Yeah.
And if you follow that model, a bit like McDonald's, if you follow that model, they can look at McDonald's and look how successful.
Yeah.
they are.
Yeah.
It's
true.
It's just a burger.
It's just a
It's just a burger, and that's it really. So I've just learned a lot on the way. I still graft every day of doing what I do, but I don't sell.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the biggest things I try and tell people now is if you ring someone up now and say, listen, I've got something I want to sell to you, they go, oh, mate, give it a rest.
Yeah. Beep, beep, beep.
I ain't interested. I'm at work. So I don't bother. I'm over it. I've got to the point now where we're all right anyway. And if it started declining drastically, I'd probably step in, but it's never happened. Hard selling's done. So for me, it's like being a man about the people. I help people. If you think about a personal trainer in Brighton, you probably think of me first or second, but probably first. Hopefully first. And if you don't like me, don't come. If you like me, come. If you don't want to be, if you want to be there, be there. If you don't want to be there, don't be there.
Simple as that.
Yeah, it's your choice, your life. I'm not your dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not your dad. Just be there. If you want to start the gym, sign up.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what you're getting? It's in every single Instagram video.
Yeah.
Like,
I love them, by the way. I watch all of them, to be fair.
It's just,
quite sick.
it is what it is. It says what it is, does on the tin. I don't rip people off because I don't need to rip people off also. Remember, I don't have a management team. I don't have a marketing team. I don't have ads going on. What's there to spend? Yeah, I own the gyms outright now, or almost. So why do I need to charge like £300 a month? It's just me. Don't be greedy.
Absolutely not.
Once you put greed into factor, it's hard. Then you need sales teams.
Yeah.
You need sales teams to try and pick up the pieces that you're doing.
Yeah.
It's a hard game.
So you mentioned about not like trying to hard sell and kind of just show your product and let that do the selling for you. Your kind of social media game is not directly linked to your business. And you go out, you do your street interviews, and they're really fascinating, and you've met some really cool people. How did that kind of come about, you going and doing your street interviews?
Well, firstly, you talk about the gym and the marketing side of that, for the strategy for that. Listen, I am the indirect marketing tool for everything around me, whether that's the gyms, my social media brand, whatever. That's it. That's all I need to be. I am the brand. Yeah. My gym is a gym. I am the brand of my gym. So what's the last bit of the question?
How did the street interviews? How did you initially start getting involved?
Well, to be fair, we had a bit of a downtime between like November, December, and we almost took on an investor. And he wanted to come on board to expand the business to where I wanted it to go. And I thought to myself, if I get him on board, I'm going to need to really prove myself. I'm going to need to up the game, right? Yeah. And I really don't want to do some hard selling. So I thought, well, if I go out on the streets of Brighton, do some street interviews, I wonder that will help me push the gym for January, February, March. So I went out on the streets and done some street interviews, and I saw the Simon Squibb doing his thing. Remember, never reinvent the wheel. Yeah, just tweak it a little bit, and you've got yourself a new business.
That's a clever point. I like that.
Everyone thinks they're going to come up with a crazy new concept. So I'm like, don't need to. So Simon Squibb was like, what's your dream? And I was thinking, well, you're already doing that, so I'm not going to do it. Number 2 is I have a life story. So I was thinking, well, I have an amazing life story that I like to share, and I can't, what else can I need to be relatable to these people. So I just got my mic, went out and was like, excuse me, what's your life story? And then these people were like, just stopping and opening up. And I was like, wow. And then we got this guy, the biggest one we had was Simon. Yeah, Simon. I went up to him, and it was a landlord who lost his a child in a car crash. The guy sent me pictures like of his son in like a coffin and stuff. Man, it was deep, and I was like proper feel for him. Like he was just such a humbling guy. And when I was talking to him, I was thinking, right, we need to raise some money for this bloke, and I'm going to see what I can do. Never knew where it was going to go. He was like my second interview. Meanwhile, his video was getting like 4 million views, right? And I got 30,000 followers from one post on Instagram. Wow. And I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm onto something here. And the lad who was with me, this 18-year-old, lovely lad called Noah, right? He comes out with me, he does all the video, he just holds my phone, right? But he's a videographer, so I'm playing him down. He'd like you know. And he comes out and he's like, you'll start getting paid off social media soon. And I was thinking, mate, I don't need a tenner. You know what I mean? I'm not short of a tenner, but Anyway, one of these videos went out on TikTok because that's where it gets paid. And it got like 750 quid for the video. And I was thinking, is this right? Am I actually going to get this money? And he was like, yeah. And I've done like £3,000 in 30 days or something crazy. And I was like, all right, this is cool. Like, because what I could do with that money is I can actually go out and give it back to these people. Otherwise, because I was kind of paying out my own thing. And then I've just been so inspired by it since. And I was like, wow, this is really, like, it doesn't matter what you're good at. If you like dogs, you can go out and interview people on the street about dogs, right? And you get paid for it. If you like boats, you could probably go out on a boat and make some content. Look at the guy who's doing like football things. He flicks it up and kicks it into a can. Like, it's mad stuff that people are doing out there, and people are killing it. And fair play. It's the modern day world. However, it's not really your business, is it? TikTok own that business. And if one day they decide to shut it off,
done.
I think if you're really going to go into social media, and you need to have a passion for what you're good at and put money into it. Because if TikTok one day, like they did in America, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They shut it off and went, right, that's it, boys. That's, ladies and gents, good night.
Same as Vine though. Vine went down, didn't it? And then it turned into the new Instagram and TikTok.
Right.
So they can just go at any moment.
Yeah.
Maybe if you have similar to what you have in the background, maybe have like a business in the background,
for sure.
and then promote yourself, like, because you're like you said, you're the brand. If you can promote yourself, you can pretty much negate anywhere and just go wherever and maybe start something.
Yeah.
But
you need to have a backup.
yeah, I didn't know that social media actually can pay that much, especially on TikTok. Because I found out through, to be fair, it was KSI, but I watched one of his videos and he said that he got this amount of views but didn't get much money from it. And now you're saying that.
I think there's listen, don't quote me, but I think it's a lot to do with like the engagement stuff.
Okay.
So if they only watch 5 seconds of the video, it has to be like people watch a lot of it. I don't know the ins and outs.
Do you find that people watch your videos all the way through?
Oh, God knows.
Really?
I don't know.
Well, you can actually check that.
Probably.
Yeah, probably. Damn straight. And you should.
Probably, mate, 100%.
That's YouTube videos though, isn't it? I don't know.
No, it's TikTok as well.
On TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok has that as well. Yeah.
Look, I'm not all in it for the money. Listen, I'm quite money orientated, but for me, that money allows me to go and continue the journey on the street. And I raised last week, I've done £12,000 for a guy in Worthing.
Wow.
He was a police officer, his son died. And I helped him raise 12, it's gone up now, I think it's like 12.5 grand. Wow. And then this week also, there was a big issue man called Andy. I was out on the streets of him and I raised over 2.5 grand for him. So he's flying. He's now going into like a dog training course. And if I do believe in you, I will follow it through. Like I do ring Andy most days, like, what are you doing today? Yeah, and he's like a 40-year-old man, but they believe in me. He's got he doesn't know this, but he's got a motorbike license, and he's done this dog training course. But the problem is, I can already vision it in my head that he's going to do this dog training course, and how's he going to go to work? So I've teamed up with this motorbike company who are going to give him a motorbike.
Wow.
And we're going to go give it to him next week. So it's going to be quite cool.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
You're an amazing person.
No, I do try.
You really
I think, like, I remember I don't get any money for that. Like, I'll put it on social media and I might get, video might get me 200-300 quid, who knows? But, that doesn't bother me. I have an income. It's if I make a few quid off the top, for me, I'm chasing the brand deals now. I want those brand deals who are going to come and support me on this journey. And they are out there. And I think I just need to keep going and find the right people. And whenever they come, they come. Oh, I just actually.
Oh, here we go.
Brighton Marathon reached out. So I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be going out on the streets, interviewing the runners.
No way.
Asking them about, because a lot of them had these amazing life stories about why they're there.
Yeah.
People like dressed up as firemen and stuff, like why they're there.
Yeah. Well, we've done a couple of half marathons. Maybe we should sign up and we can. I
want to get a full one done at
this
some.
This is the full, isn't it? In April.
We need to do the full one.
I done a marathon in Italy around Lake Garda.
Oh wow.
Yeah, amazing. And it was I never ran more than a 5K. Me and my friend went to Italy. She was running it. Shout out to Bron. She was running the marathon, and then I was like, "Oh, look, I'll do the first 5K with you," because there was no real marshals there. Like everyone had a bib and stuff. Like it was very well planned. So anyway, I'm running around Lake Garda, but it's like cliff face all the way around the edge. So I couldn't end up. There was nowhere to turn around. So I was like, right, well, I'll keep going, and then I keep going, and I was leaving her behind. I was like, I'd not even had running shoes on. I had these flat like Nike trainers on.
Oh.
And I was like, I just kept going, and I beat her to the finish.
Wow.
Little side quest.
And then, I think I can't remember what time I did it in, but it was quite a few years ago. And then I literally went from there to Venice. We've been to Venice. Like all the bridges, the bridges over the water, right?
Beautiful.
Couldn't walk. I mean, I think trying to walk up these stairs over the bridges. Mate, I'm having to hold on to the rails, mate. Oh my God, the pain through my legs was horrific. Meanwhile, she's like just pulling around. Right, ruined the trip after that, to be fair. But yeah, done the Mazda.
Have you done any more since?
No, well, I was doing a bit of Hyrox training, so obviously that's what we do at the gym.
Explain to people what is Hyrox.
Hyrox is a very successful brand that came into play because they made things simple. Yeah, and that is the bottom line behind it. Anyone can do it, and they've allowed even the kids to do it now, so we're doing the kids as well. And if you make things simple, it works, and that's actually what my gyms have always been. They've always been so simple. The exercises are simple but effective. And that's what Hyrox said. They followed it through, and it became a massive dominating thing of 8 stations, 8 runs. And people were trying to get competitive times, and people have got very good at it. I was on a bit of a streak with it. And then start of last year, I went for a run down Brighton seafront, waved to someone that I hardly even knew. and then tripped off the curb and snapped my ankle.
Oh.
So that wrote me off for a year, really. I haven't really got back into it. And to be fair, I always watch these people at Hyrox thinking, God, I wish I was there. But they're going to wish they were me when they put all that effort, when I put all that effort into business rather than Hyrox.
True.
Because in 10 years' time, when you're still doing Hyrox, I'll probably be sat on a boat somewhere.
I love that.
No, and that sounds
arrogant
as
back
fuck.
into it, though?
Huh?
Would you ever get back into
Yeah,
it?
probably
later
when
on
I've
down
got
the line?
time.
Yeah.
It sounds so. Honestly, I say it to people all the time. You guys crack on and do your Hyrox, right? Because you're making my life easy. I'm on a path where it's so easy right now that I could probably go and open a gym anywhere, and it'll work. You guys are all doing your. If you put all that energy from into Hyrox into a business, you'd probably. There's some successful people in Hyrox, people, yeah.
Yeah.
But for me, I just love the. I just sort of say I say it to people all the time. I just wish these people would do something with their lives, man. They're so addicted. I know so many of them. They're like, they're skint. They're putting all their money into Hyrox. I'm like, mate, just have a break. It's still going to be there. I know it's a passion. And are you ever going to be the number one?
Every journey's different, though.
I train every day. I train every morning. I try to. Sometimes I try and aim for 7 days a week, and then it ends up being 5.
Okay.
And then you're not bad. You know what I mean? If you aim for 5, you end up with 3. So I try and train every day. I go to my own gym most days, and that, honestly, I'm not just blowing my own trumpet here. Go to my classes at the gym. You walk out of there feeling so good. I go to the gym and I smash some weights. I'm like, I could have done more.
It's boring, yeah.
I'm sat on my phone, mate. I'm so addicted to my phone. It's so bad. I need some therapy on that. That is like, I didn't want to look at my screen time.
Mine is
let's
awful.
do screen time.
No, mine is actually ridiculous.
No, go on, let's do comparison.
Screen.
That could be
Oh,
quite
wow.
funny.
Screen.
Ooh, I've just seen Dan's.
Oh,
That's rough.
That's bad.
That is rough.
Yeah.
Why am I having a mare?
Right, Dan, what's yours? And you need to tell the audience.
Mine's
'cause-
7 hours and 35 minutes.
Nah, mine's definitely worse than that.
Bro, you're literally doing a work shift on your phone, mate.
That's
bad.
crazy, isn't it?
What's yours?
Mine's 4 hours, to be fair, which I'm actually shocked about because I'm barely on my phone.
I reckon mine's been turned off, which is
It's
probably
that
for the
bad.
best.
Yeah. Yours is just 24 hours, always on.
I just think it's like I'm constantly like grafting on my phone.
Yeah.
Like, and that's how I look at it. Like, I'd rather be on my phone grafting. Don't get me wrong, I'm scrolling a bit, but if I'm on my phone grafting while I'm living my life,
Yeah.
and that's so important to me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm at the gym and I'm just grafting. But I'm free, and I'm watching these vans and that go to work in the morning like 9 till 5. I'm thinking, jeez,
Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to get out of that, man.
Yeah.
Sick of that lifestyle, bro.
it'll come.
It will come.
It'll come, and I think a lot of people are now opening their eyes to it, and
Yeah.
I think it's really important people do open their eyes to it. You know, life is not about sitting behind that desk doing 9 till
way.
5 anymore.
No way.
No way.
What advice would you give to someone that's probably starting off then? Because you've obviously had a few businesses and
Yeah.
you're doing really well.
You got to believe in what you do. I think that is key to this. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. If you like the gym I had, that first one, everyone was like, it's too small. Imagine if I changed my mind. That gym now makes me 300 grand a year, 250 grand a year. You know what I mean? Every year. So if I didn't do it, I'd never have been there.
Yeah.
That tiny little space.
Tiny, yeah, it's tiny by the way, but a whole gym fits down there, you know?
Number 3, brand it up well and follow it through. And if you can, keep a little job on the side, if you're like 9 to 5 or whatever, keep your job for a bit, you know, unless you've got the backing behind you. And then just follow it through and see where the journey takes. It's exciting. The journey's always exciting. And then when you can look back at it and look back at it and say, God, as if I used to do that.
Yeah. As if could never know,
As if I could never do that. But yeah, it's a fun, exciting journey and never give up.
I love that. I mean, we've been thinking about that with this studio.
Yeah.
Right, because we started back in 2020 and it was just on like a Zoom call.
Awful.
Absolutely
Awful.
ridiculous.
Don't ever go back to that.
No.
Please.
Oh, no. I mean, you got to start somewhere though.
Yeah,
You gotta
true.
start somewhere. And we had a moment here the other night and we ordered pizza in and we kind of completed setting the whole studio up. And we kind of all just sat and went like, oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank God that's done.
Wow. Think back to that old time. Who would have thought 6 years ago we'd now be here with a brand new studio open up? It's incredible.
Let's talk about you boys, because I think that's actually why we're mainly here, because I want to support you. What's the long-term goal of this?
Podcast Room is a very successful brand in London. They've got multiple studios in London Bridge, Hanover and Barnes.
Yeah.
They've just opened another one in Leeds. We've got us just opening now. And they've got another one in South Africa.
Well, international for now.
It's on the website. It's on the website.
Yeah,
so
South Africa.
That'll do. It's on the website. It's open.
It's official. So another South African one.
Yeah.
Down here, we've kind of all done podcasting ourselves and found that the best places to do podcasts, you have to travel far away out of Brighton.
Yeah.
And we ended up traveling to London to the podcast room studio to find the best quality, the best service, the best everything.
Yeah.
And we were there and they kind of said that, well, we voiced our concerns about how there's nothing in Brighton that offers that same quality service. Nothing.
No.
Zero.
Nothing. No. I know that myself. I've done a few in London.
Yeah.
Massive gap.
Yeah.
So we kind of all banded together. We've been friends since
Secondary school.
Secondary
Me and
school.
you bit before, but
We're best
all
friends.
of us.
No, fair play to you. Well done.
Yeah, so we kind of
Nice.
banded together,
Yeah.
put our brains together, and
Yeah. How long does it took
we
start to finish? Well, start to now, because obviously this is day one.
Got to be about 8-9 months.
Oh,
right?
really?
maybe more.
Maybe even
Yeah.
10.
Any
actually.
points of that you wanted to give up?
No, actually, no. Do you know what? For me personally, no. But obviously, there was always a fear of, because obviously we went through the bank loan process because we haven't got any money.
No, that's
behind
fine.
us, right? We just work normal jobs, normal backgrounds. But it would have been dependent if we got the loan, because then we would have realized, oh God, like where do we actually get the money from?
Yeah.
But then when we got the approval, we were like, right, this is now possible.
Yeah.
Obviously, the process up to it was very difficult because we had to learn how to do a business plan, cash flow forecast, how to do all this with the competitors, this and that. So
Yeah.
it was all.
Who made you do all this? The bank.
yeah.
Yeah, the bank.
Wow.
Yeah, just to get the loan.
I wouldn't even know where to start.
Yeah, it's
We didn't know, to be honest.
By the way, I'm the most illiterate person you can ever imagine.
So, my man, don't worry.
Honestly, if you send me an email, I will answer it. I get my inbox every now and then, like there's like 25 inboxes. I quickly like flick through, and then I just go select all delete. And I go, if it was important, they'll ring me. Yeah, it's important.
Yeah.
But no, fair play. Like to go through it all, and a loan's not a bad way to do it. By the way, if I could have gone and got a loan, I would have.
Yeah.
There's just certain points I couldn't get a loan because I never really had any credit history.
Yeah.
But if I go into it again, like go and get like an 80 grand loan or whatever you want to get, and then pay it back monthly.
Yeah.
It works as long as you can know that you can cover those monthly costs. So when I set up a gym now, if I go and get a loan, let's say 80 grand, and the repayments are 2.5 grand a month, I then work out how many members I need pre-launch to get it going. So I can get, say, if it's 2.5 grand a month, I need 25 members. So if I can't sell 25 members, then it's an issue. If that then covers all my outgoings, mate, quid's in.
Yeah, that's the exact process we kind of had.
Yeah.
Had to figure out how many studio episodes that would need to be recorded each month to make the rent and to make all the money needed to just survive.
Yeah.
We all work separate jobs as well, so kind of the loan repayments are going to be very manageable.
Very good.
So it's exciting. What do you think of the studio?
Yeah.
I love it. It's a great space.
Yeah.
And it's convenient. It's on my doorstep. It took me
Yeah.
like 3 minutes to get here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, fair play. And I look forward to it. And I wish you guys all the best as well. Like, you know.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate your kindness as well, because reached out to you and we had a lovely catch up.
I help
with
everyone.
coffee.
I try and help. I honestly try and help everyone, and that's a good thing about me as well. I'm just a normal person. I don't look at my followers and think I'm famous or anything like that. I am just me.
Humble.
No, it's just
We
humble.
like-
Yeah. I'm grounded. I come from nothing.
Yeah.
And it's good to see others doing well.
Yeah.
We appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Well, there we go. Maybe we kind of wrap the episode up there. The
very
first
first
one
one.
for the studio. Thank you very much
Thank
for
you
coming
very
on.
much for coming on.
Hey.
Big man, we appreciate you.
Too many mics and things in the way.
Yeah.
Bang, bang.
Lovely. Please like, subscribe, follow, all of that jazz, and we'll see you in the next one.
Take care. See ya.